Our first guest tonight is a hugely talented and highly decorated star with 6 shiny Emmys clanking around in her trunk. Tomorrow night, she returns as a new late-night talk show host for Season 4 of Hacks on Max. Please welcome Jean Smart. You look fantastic. How are you?
I had a great deal of professional help.
This is fun because, as we'll talk about in a little bit, you're playing a late-night talk show host, and here you are at a, well, I won't say real late-night talk show, but I will say close to it, as close as we get.
I'm coming for you.
Thank you. You've been on a lot of shows, a lot of very popular shows, Designing Women, Fargo, Watchmen, Frasier. These are classic American television shows. Are you surprised by how popular this one, Hacks, has become?
I was very pleasantly surprised at the breadth of our audience. I wasn't sure how much men would take to the show. And, but I mean, it's amazing to me every day that people come up and tell me how much they love the show. And then, well, my husband watches the show; he's addicted to the show.
You're saying like people from all ages, all groups?
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
we were shooting in a mall one time, and we were shooting a scene where Hannah and I were coming down an escalator, and there were 2 little boys at the bottom of the escalator. They looked like about 9 or 10 or something, and they went, "Hey, look, it's Deborah Vance."
Really?
And I said, "Well, hi, how are you? Thank you. You should not be watching this show." Where's your mother?
Yeah, really. And then those children robbed the Cinnabon. It was, yeah, well, that's it. Well, yeah, 9 and 10, that does surprise me. That I would not expect.
And that was season 1.
That's season 1?
It was crazy.
Wow, they knew your character name. They knew the whole thing.
I don't get it.
You just got back from vacation, right?
I did, and I'm not even tan to prove it.
Why, did you not spend, where were you on vacation?
I was in Costa Rica.
Oh, you should be tan.
I know. I laid out on a boat for 2.5 hours and nothing.
Nothing happened?
Nothing. Yeah, no, it was probably, I think it was the first vacation I've taken in over 20 years.
Is that true? Over 20 years? Yeah. That must have been a terrible vacation, the last one. Where was the last vacation?
I don't remember.
You don't even remember?
No, I don't.
You must not be a vacation kind of person, I guess, huh?
It's in the way, you know?
Yeah. Wow, 20 years is a long time to not have a vacation.
It felt very extravagant, just laying around and...
Who went? Did you take the whole family?
My 2 kids and my youngest brother and his son.
And Costa Rica is a great place to go, especially with the family.
Beautiful. And the water. I couldn't get over how warm the water was.
Yeah, that's what happens on vacation.
No, but I mean, there are other places where they tell you, like in Hawaii, oh, the water's so warm. No, it's not. It's freezing. It's freezing. But this is warm water.
Nice. And did you go out swimming and boating and all that stuff?
Zip-lining.
Oh, you did zip-lining. Yeah. I did that too. How did you like that?
I was terrified out of my mind. But I didn't want to wimp out in front of my kids because I'd wimped out on the ATVs the day before.
You said no ATV.
I tried it for 15 minutes and said, this is not remotely relaxing. Take me back down in the Jeep.
You went back, yeah.
And so, but, I have a friend who's a practicing Buddhist. She's from Greece. But she's always telling me that I should learn how to chant. And I always go, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. But I'm telling you, when I got hooked up to that zip line, I'm going, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, all the way down.
Did it work?
It did. I finally got to the point where I could kind of relax and take in the
I had a weird
foliage.
thing because I don't love heights and I don't love adventure at all. Like, any of that stuff, really. But there was something about ziplining in Costa Rica. I think it's because you see the tops of the trees, and to the brain, they look soft. And like, oh, well, if I were to fall, I'd land on those soft trees, and there'd be no problem. Which we know would not be the case at all.
Had you had some gummies before?
No. I was gummyless. I just had this weird thing. I wasn't scared at all.
Well, I was only scared really the first couple of runs. You do 12 down the mountain to the bottom platform. And I told my 16-year-old, because he wasn't too thrilled about it either. I mean, he does those insane roller coasters and everything, but he said, I don't like heights, I don't like heights. I said, I didn't even know that about you. So we're standing there. I said, look, when we get to the first platform, just look at me, and if you want to go back down, we'll go.
Pull an ATV and head back.
No, man, he was in heaven. He was in heaven.
You know what I'm thinking of? I did throw up in a helicopter in Costa Rica. Yes, I did. I, in fact, bought my wife a purse before the trip for her birthday.
No, you did not throw up in her purse.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not!
Yes, I did. In their new purse. Because they didn't have any bags on the I was like, you have no bags? And at that point, I just said, this is your fault. But I did throw up in her bag. And then we threw her bag away afterwards.
That's what marriage is all about.
You know what? There's a lot of animals in Costa Rica, which I also don't love.
Oh, and like the macaws, those beautiful red parrots. And this guy spoiled it for me. He said, oh, they're like pigeons here.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, they just sit up in the trees and eat almonds all day.
But when people from Costa Rica come here, they love to see the pigeons. They're delighted to see our pigeons. You didn't know that? Ooh, there's another one.
Oh, no, I mean, and like there's a crab there they call the Halloween crab because it's orange and purple and black. It looks like it's in a little costume, for Halloween, and the bats and it's great.
Yeah, you like that stuff?
I did.
You did, yeah.
I did, and there was one bug I wanted to see, but it's from Africa, so it didn't show up. That's the Picasso bug. It looks like it's been hand painted by Picasso. It's extraordinary.
What made you think? Do you think that bug would be on vacation from Africa?
I figured I would see. It's an exchange program.
Oh, it's beautiful here.
No, but I mean, when I bagged out on the ATVs, I felt guilty, so I just thought I'll just sit in the sun and wait for everybody to be finished. And I looked down, and there was this critter sitting on my phone with little green wings and everything. And I thought, oh, wow, what is that? Hi, little Getty. Hi, little Betty.
Oh, so you are comfortable with bugs?
Oh, yeah. And I touched him, and he wasn't budging. I'm going, oh, are you okay?
Oh, this is the one you brought a photograph.
Yes, and I wanted to take a picture of him, so I couldn't. I had to get him off my phone, so I found a brochure, and I kind of slid it under him to put him on the bench so I could take a picture of him. And then he flipped over on his back. I was like, I'm sorry, Eddie, I'm sorry. And I get him back over, and I take a picture of him.
Were you able to identify this little guy?
Well, I realized it was a squished M&M from my
Oh, yeah. It is an M&M. What did you do with it?
talking to an M&M. And then I ate him.
And you ate him. Oh, you're happy. Gene Smart is here. We'll be right back.
You think it's fun to bully the first female late-night host?
Oh, you think this is bullying? I just don't want to see you end up like James Corden. Did you hear what happened? They found a whole bunch of horse porn on his computer. Happened right after he got a little too friendly with Jennifer Aniston. He had to move back to England. He's sweeping chimneys now. It's really sad.
Yeah. Okay. I have a show to do, Jimmy.
Yeah. Good luck. Break a leg. That is Gene Smart in a very hot young up-and-comer in Hacks, season 4, which returns tomorrow night on Max. I was so nervous. I don't think you have any idea of how nervous I was acting with you. I was really very nervous. Oh. And I didn't memorize any of my lines beforehand, which you're supposed to do, it turns out.
Flipping good. It's so adorable. Because he got there and he's telling everybody, please be kind, be patient. I don't normally do this. There's no cue cards and everything. By the end of the scene, he's like padding his part, he's ad-libbing, he's adding lines.
I wasn't ad-libbing, that was forgetting the lines. But thank you for having me.
Do you know that my 16-year-old was on the set that day? He was so thrilled. He got to meet you. He was so thrilled. He thought the scene was so funny. He memorized the entire scene. He can still do it verbatim, your part and my part.
I couldn't do it. I'm glad he
I couldn't either.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, you're really good. It was funny because there were a couple of times I forgot we were acting. I was like, oh yeah, right, we're acting. Because you're so good at it, but I guess that's why you're you and I'm not.
And No, but seriously, we're going to see the dark side of
Yeah, you
Jimmy
are going to see
Kimmel
the dark side. There's more to it
No
than
more
just that.
Mr. Nice Guy.
You are playing a late-night talk show host. In fact, you have billboards around. You have more billboards around town than the actual late-night talk shows. There they are, late night with Deborah Vance. You're just getting started. That's fun. Did you have fun even pretending that?
Oh, of course. Well, it's nothing but pretend. Yeah.
Carol
no, I had a
Burnett
blast.
is on the
Yeah.
show.
Huh?
I heard Carol Burnett
Oh,
makes
my
a guest
God.
appearance on
What
the show.
That's
exciting.
She's my hero.
Yeah, she's the best. Did you feel like that? Did you have that feeling that I had acting with Carol Burnett, or?
Well, I'd actually done an episode years ago on Hot in Cleveland where she
Really?
played my mom.
Oh, wow.
And we've sort of been friendly ever since. We run into each other occasionally. And we had also talked about doing a show in New York, but that was another thing. But yeah, she and I did an interview together on the phone just a couple days ago. And I was talking about how what an amazing physical comedian she
right.
is. Because I watched scenes that are just hilarious. I can't believe she didn't get hurt. And she said, all those years of doing that show, falling downstairs, everything, she said not one single injury. Never.
Is that true?
Not one.
Never.
She said every once in a while she'd have a little tiny bruise the next day. She said never, ever, ever got hurt.
You mentioned New York. You're going to be doing a show on Broadway, which is, it sounds like quite an undertaking. It's just you on the show, right? You're alone.
Yeah, it's a one-woman show.
Playing 8 different characters.
Yeah.
Do you get paid more when you play all
Yeah, one of the
8?
characters was holding out for a while. held us up for a while.
How long is the show that you have to do by yourself?
Well, I'm not sure what the running time is yet because we haven't started rehearsing yet, but it's like 80 pages.
And it's just you have to memorize all of that stuff.
You know, and I'm a little scared because the longest speech I've ever done in a play was 30 minutes, like a 15-and-a-half-page monologue, where I just sat in a straight back chair and talked to the audience for a half an hour. And
this will be a
that
lot
was
more than
scary.
that.
And that was when I had a lot of brain cells. I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But I guess if you screw up, there's nobody there to screw up. But like nobody would know.
No,
right?
no. But the problem is if you get nervous on stage, your mind just goes blank. You couldn't tell somebody the name of the play, the plot, what day of the week it was. It's just that rush of adrenaline just wipes everything out of you.
And there's no one else on stage to do that whisper thing where they give you the line, right? Yeah, there's nobody to jump in.
No, one time I did it. One time I got up on the stage. I was ill, so I'm excusing it for that. I was in the middle of a speech, and all of a sudden just stopped. Just couldn't remember the next line if you put a gun to my head. But we had established that the kitchen was stage left. And that's where the stage manager happened to be sitting on the script. So, and I always had a drink in my hand, so I thought, I'll just tell this other poor actor over here that I'm just gonna refreshen my drink, and I'll go into the kitchen, I'll look at the script, and I'll go,
Oh, you did? Oh, you cheated?
yeah. So I said, I'll be right back, I'm just gonna refreshen my drink.
You ever think about just going home?
He was playing solitaire
Was he
on
really?
his laptop.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't anywhere near that page.
Come back. 6 of clubs. So, wow, that'll be some undertaking. And how long will you be doing that?
12 weeks.
12 weeks. What is the name of the play?
Call Me Izzy.
Call Me Izzy. Is Izzy one of the characters?
That's the main 90% of the show.
All right. Oh, well, there you go. Well, you're
Please
something
come.
else.
I'll get you tickets.
I would love to come. How many times is appropriate for a close family member to come see a show that you're in for 3 months?
I don't expect anybody to come.
Well, they've got to come to opening night for sure.
Well, yes.
They have to come to closing night for sure. Do they have to come to one in the middle? This is something you guys should work out on the next vacation, perhaps.
We're onto something. We're on that.
Or you will crush them like a bug-shaped
Now, my agent.
M&M.
A green M&M.
Well, it's great to see you. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
I look
My
forward to a
pleasure.
new season of
Always.
Hacks. It returns with 2 episodes tomorrow night on Max. Gene Smart, everybody. We'll be back with Melanie Linsky. Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20,000,001.